It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and coming up, it'll be no holds barred between NFC North rivals. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. All that and more coming up next.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at US Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Greg Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Leading the Packers offense out here, the same man who has been doing so since 2008. That's the great Aaron Rodgers.
There have been very few quarterbacks in the NFL who have been as consistent throughout their career as Aaron Rodgers. He's been good for so long, and we've seen no decline in his skills. His accuracy and arm strength continue to elevate the talent around him, and his in-game mistakes, few and far between.
Right to the air is Rodgers. He'll dump this down to Dillon. That's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running up the middle, here's Dillon. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Rodgers now to throw.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
From the gun, it's Dillon.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Rodgers being chased out left.
That's complete to Doubs.
Touchdown!
Romeo Doubs.
38 yards.
And the Packers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
It's never any fun, Brandon, when you're the defensive team and the first drive of the game, you give up a touchdown. The key is not to get down. Make those adjustments and come back for your next series with the intent of shutting them down.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And that drive all capped off with a Romeo Doubs touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
The Vikings offense coming out for the first time, and in his 5th season leading this crew, coming off his 3rd career Pro Bowl nod, Kirk Cousins.
And one nice thing you can always say about Kirk Cousins is that he's consistent. Always puts up nice numbers each and every year. If there is a downside to his game, it's been the lack of playoff success. All in all, though, a formidable starting quarterback at a time in the league where it's tough to find your franchise guy.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
On 3rd down, Cousins.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Rodgers on the return. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Rodgers. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And out across midfield down to the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. On the handoff, Dillon. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
The Packers really committed to making Dillon a bigger part of their offense last season, and it's not hard to see why. The Bruiser finished 20th in the league with over 800 yards and caught more passes, 34, than he did in his entire college career.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Back to Dillon on 1st down. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Rodgers going to throw. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers, he'll check it down, complete to Dillon. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 33. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people would think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And now the Packers get set to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. On the handoff, this is Dillon. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They can't read us straight. We're going to be big time now.
Dillon now on 1st and 10.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And this is caught by Watkins.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
It's hard to believe as he gets that 1st down, but Sammy Watkins is in his 9th NFL season, and he still hasn't even turned 30 yet. Plenty of tread left on the tires to be a contributor, like he has been with 4 teams over his first 8 years in the league.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Za'Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
Za'Darius Smith switched teams, but never left the NFC North, going from Green Bay to Minnesota in the offseason. Had a back injury in 2021, but 26 sacks in 2 seasons as a Packer prior to that.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
They'll run a toss here with Dillon.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Working from the gun, Rodgers.
He hits Dobbs on the crosser.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. This from 54 yards away. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and the lead will hold at 10. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers.
Now swing pass for Dillon.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Well, they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, That may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Rodgers.
Completed out left to Dobbs.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 36, Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47.
This is Dillon on the counter.
And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that is incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Rodgers.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line.
Credit the defense there to Quay Walker, getting behind the line of scrimmage before they could rip off any sort of a gain.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back near the goal line, Cousins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
And here's Rodgers on the return.
Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers.
That's Tunyon bringing in the quick throw. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
And the Vikings will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. On play action, Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw, Cousins.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
A first down throw for Cousins.
Open man is Osborne. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air again, it's Cousins.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Vikings have got it back to within a score.
And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Amari Rodgers to return it from his end zone.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 21.
The drive starts with a carry by Dillard.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Rodgers going to throw.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
On first down, Rodgers.
He'll check this down, complete to Dillon.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, he's got Watkins.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on first and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On second and 10. Rodgers. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. To throw is Rodgers. He'll check it down, complete to Dillon. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
And again, it's Rodgers.
Got Dobbs over the middle.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Throwing is Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Sammy Watkins, as the first half is winding down.
And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. That was quite the call down around the goal line on 4th and goal.
Yeah, they fake the run, pull it out, throw it, and as a defense, I've been in that spot before, and we see it all the time. You almost have to overcommit against the run. You have to almost sell out and say, they're going to run it, go make a play. They got fooled on that one.
Extra point up and good by Crosby, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A gain of 3, second down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand-new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for the Packers in that first half. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Gets past one man. And Chris Barnes there on the stop.
That's what it is. That's what it is, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Cook again.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cousins. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And Cook has it, left side. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
In his own end zone, it's Rodgers.
Now swing pass for Dillon.
And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
On 2nd down, Dillon.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a 1st down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Now it's Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now Rodgers. And one more time, that's Watkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Now Dillon on the inside give. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Dillon up the middle.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Again, it's Dillon. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Running up the...
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 16.
He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Osborne. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Throwing, Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Cousins to throw it. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
The Vikings send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44.
The Packers ready to take over offensively.
And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
115 yards rushing now as he's done it on 22 carries.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Watkins. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Now a handoff to Dillon. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Rodgers to throw.
He'll go right back to Tunyon.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself, because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers.
They go screen with Dillon. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
2nd and 6.
Rodgers again now. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
And the Vikings are right back in this football game.
2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The Vikings ready to go again on offense.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Following the interception, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple. And it's second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. The ball resting on their own 5 here as they come up to the line on 2nd and long. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
3rd down. Here's a run by Cook.
And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
And the Vikings are right back in this football game.
Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. Throwing is Cousins.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Cousins now. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins, open man. Once again, it's Thielen.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. From the shotgun, it's Cousins.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Yeah, 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw, Cousins.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Rashawn Gary picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Got Dobbs over the middle.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Throwing now is Rodgers.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, Rodgers.
That's complete to Dobbs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And this is caught by Watkins.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Rodgers going to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And again, it's Rodgers. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
They give to Dillon out of the gun. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 132 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They run again with Dillon. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
The kick by Crosby is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
So Cousins and the Vikings down by 13, 2:12 to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Cousins now to throw on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line.
A big play there for Minnesota. 52 yards.
No surprise he was targeted on that play because you and I both know quarterbacks like guys who can catch the ball, but they actually expect that. They love the guys who do something with it after the catch.
Impressive making him miss on that tackle attempt. Cousins. Forced out to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And it's caught. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and that will force a turnover on downs. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They run once more with Dillon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time is run out now on this game. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a 2nd half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.